Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Edgar, some solo marketer here, and in this video, I want to show you another way to display multiple pricing options on your sales page. So yeah, if you checked one of the previous videos, which there's gonna be a card popping up above around right now. There's like the first way to set it up is that in the checkout page, you can just have like multiple options, right? Like in this case, it could be a monthly plan versus yearly plan. It can be a one-time payment versus 3 payments of kind of like a split payment option. So you can do it in the checkout page, which is fairly common, but it's not, I don't know, it's not a preferred way for a lot of people to do it. There's a second option that kind of makes it more presentable, makes it kind of better for the end user to choose. This is kind of like, during the checkout process, it might be kind of hard to notice if there's a lot of stuff going on. So the second option is you just have 2 options on the sales page, or 3, 4, 5 options, right? Like for, I don't know, if you ever sign up for software or some sort of a membership, they always have options for a monthly and yearly. You can have other, right? You can have like bronze, silver, and gold options, right? You can have several options on the same page, and each of these buttons will take them to a separate checkout page that only has that one thing. They don't have to select anything on the checkout page. So if the first option was for you, go check it out either at the end of the video. There's a thumbnail, or there was a card popping up already when I mentioned it the first time, but this will be the option that we're going to talk about in this video. So in this case, we're just going to do everything completely from scratch. If you want, there's a sales funnel template down below in the description, which hundreds of people already have taken advantage of. A lot of people have found it helpful. So you can go definitely get it down for free. But for now, I'm just going to create something from scratch just quickly, just to show you how everything functions. We're going to be setting up one page that has 2 options. The monthly option and the yearly option. And then we're going to have the checkout pages branch out from that one page. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to Sites, Sales Funnels, and then click on Create. Let's just do multiple options as a funnel name. Obviously, pick your funnel domain. In this case, it's going to be sell. That's going to be the goal of this funnel. And then you can pick the currency as well. And let's click on Save. So let's go into this funnel. So just to go completely from scratch, let's just delete everything, just so I can show you like every step of the process, as opposed to like, oh, this is done already, we don't need to do it. So a completely fresh funnel, we can do that as well. So let's click on Add Step. So first, we're going to set up the sales page. Remember, with the 2 options. So first, we need to establish, like, set up that page that has those 2 buttons, or 3, 4, 5 buttons, however many buttons you would need on that page. So this will be the sales page, and the type will be the sales page. And you can build it from scratch, which is kind of the long way. You can just pick a template. So let's click on Save. So that's going to be the sales page. And if we check through the pages, it doesn't really matter for the example, but I don't know, let's just pick something. Let's just select one page. A lot of them are like website templates instead of like a sales page template. But yeah, that's going to be our sales page. Let's give it a link. I don't know, /product, whatever your product name is. And this is the domain that you picked at the beginning when you set up the funnel. Definitely clean up the links, the URL paths, as opposed to like just this is not a good look. So yeah, to give it a nice clean name that you haven't used before. So then we're going to click on Edit Page. And here you can see there's definitely all kinds of stuff here. In this case, it doesn't matter. Obviously, sales page involves a lot of elements, but we're just going to worry about the 2 buttons. So we're not going to worry about the rest of the stuff. So we're going to click on Blocks. You can obviously create those 2 buttons from scratch, or you can just use a template, like a section template, which are provided by System.io. And over here under Price Plans, you can see there's multiple options for 2, 3, 4, right? These look kind of good. This is actually one of my favorites, I think. Yeah, but we're going to need a 2 option one. So this is not a big favorite of mine because kind of like the spacing is weird, but we'll work with what we have. And yeah, so the 2 options, let's just delete this thing. I don't even know how to get rid of the free thing in the background, but sure. As for the prices, so one is going to be, let's say, $10 a month. And the other one is going to be $100 per year, right? So those are going to be the 2 options. And the buttons, we will need to paste a URL. And those URLs will be to checkout pages, which we need to create. In this case, we have nothing to paste here. So it will be a URL and it will open in the same window. We're not going to, once they click the button, it's not going to open it as a new tab. It's distracting if they start opening up a bunch of tabs. So yeah, we need to get those URLs for the sales page. So we're going to go out, create them, those checkout pages, and then come back and paste them in here. So let's click on save, and then let's exit the page. So now that we have to create 2 checkout pages. But for each checkout page, we also need a thank you page or a confirmation page. So when they do the checkout, they purchase something, they need to be taken to a page. So the order will be, we'll need a checkout page, and then immediately after there will be a thank you page. And then we'll do another checkout page, and after that there will be a thank you page. The order is very important. After each checkout page, there needs to be a confirmation page. If you do it in a different order, then it's just going to be messed up, right? When they do the checkout, it takes them to a different checkout page as a confirmation. It's just going to be, weird. So yeah, let's just set it up in this specific order, and then everything will work fine. So let's add all 4 steps. So this will be checkout monthly as an example. It will be an order form page. We're going to choose a template. Again, the checkout templates I kind of like more, so let's just pick this one, for example. This one is kind of nice and clean. And for that checkout page, there will be a thank you or thank you monthly, just to kind of label it, just so it makes sense to you as well. And it will be a thank you page. We'll pick a template, and the template will be, yeah, let's just pick one. We can always edit it, but in this case, it doesn't matter. So that will be the monthly checkout page. And once they do the checkout, they get taken to the thank you page. So now we have to do the same thing for the yearly checkout page. So add a step, checkout yearly, and that will be an order form. Order form and checkout, that's the same thing in this context. Choose a template. Let's save. Let's pick the same template. Let's make it consistent. And for the thank you page, we will do thank you yearly. Okay. Thank you page. Choose a template. We're going to make it consistent. Again, the text, the copy in those pages, the look, the feel of all that could be a whole separate video, how to edit those elements. In this case, we're just making it functional in the back end and making sure that the pages are linked properly. But yeah, the 2 checkout pages. So we just have checkout pages that if you try to open them, they're not going to open because there's no product connected to them. So we have to create a monthly product and your yearly product. In this case, in your case, it can be a silver and a platinum product or whatever else. So let's just create both products with their own price points and connect them to these checkout pages. So the first checkout page, the monthly one, we're going to click on digital product. Let's drag my face up here, and we're going to press the plus icon because we're going to create a new one. So we're going to do monthly membership, for example, resources. So you can see there's multiple options. At this point, there's 5 already. Courses, you can give partial access. You can give drip access. You can get just all access right away. Just like with courses, the regular way. Course bundles, this doesn't work for a free account, but for a paid one, you can combine multiple courses into like a package. You can sell that package. Tags, this works for, obviously you need to tag all your purchases with like purchaser tags so you can filter these people. Whoever has this tag, that means they have bought this product. So this is kind of useful. And also if you're delivery mechanism, let's say instead of a course, it's an email. You send them a PDF via email. So you can do a tag, a specific purchaser tag, and then set up an automation that once they purchase, they will, you will send them this email. So that's kind of a use case. Now, communities, you can set up communities on system.io. A lot of people don't do it, probably because there is no phone app, but communities are kind of nice and clean, but not a lot of people use them in system. And calendar events, this is for, let's say it's for like coaching, right? So they can pay monthly or they can pay yearly. So that's another option. You can combine these things as well. It doesn't need to be just one. So courses and tags, I usually use both of those when I sell something. In this case, courses, so like an existing course that you have, like I said before, full access, partial, drip, in this case, full, and price plans. So we are going to do, instead of picking an existing one, we're going to create a new one. We're going to do monthly membership. And then we're going to paste it here and here. So this is essentially what it shows up as on the receipts, on the checkout page in the back end. This is for the kind of like the descriptor, I think, yeah, for the bank statement. So this kind of needs to be short, 22 characters, so don't go too crazy. These can be longer. I usually try to keep them all the same just so it's consistent. As for the price plan type, in our case, it's going to be a subscription. In your case, it could be a payment plan. It can be, a one payment of 1,000 or three payments of 350. So in our case, it's just going to be a subscription, no trial period. That can be another option. But in our case, it's going to be, I think it was $10 and each 1 month. I think it was $10. I don't remember what I put on the page. Exclusive inclusive, that just means whether the tax is excluded from the base price. So this would be exclusive, would be something like in the States. They show $10, you go to checkout, it's like $10.50 or $11, whatever the tax is. Inclusive is more European and I assume other parts of the world, where the price you see, that already includes the sales tax. But yeah, pick whichever one you think is more appropriate. Let's click on save. And don't forget to click on save again. This is the first checkout page, the monthly one. You can see here, $10 each 1 month. And this page is done. If we go check it out, there's a little bit of extra since this is like a template for a physical product with like reviews and whatnot, but you can delete all these elements. You can go and edit these pages. You don't need to ask for their street address or whether it's like a company or an individual. You don't need to ask for all that information. You essentially just need their first name and email. Unless you need all the other information, don't ask for it because it's more hoops to jump through. So they're less likely to purchase. If you ask 20 questions, it just needs to be first name, email, and here's your product. It's outlined here. This is the only option, right? They click the button, they chose the monthly. This is the one and only option, as opposed to them landing on a checkout page and then they have to pick. Some people might not like it that way. So it's just, two ways of doing it. But yeah, as you can see, this is the monthly membership in this case. And if we go back, let's set up the yearly one as well. So we click on the checkout yearly, and it's going to be pretty much the same process. We click on digital product, click on plus, and then we do yearly membership. I think that would be pretty consistent naming. As for resources, courses in this case as well. So we're just going to pick our fictional course. Pricing options, let's create a new one over here. And then we're going to do yearly membership, just to keep it consistent. And under subscription, this is going to be the difference. Customers will pay $100, I think I put on the page, every 1 year. So that's the big difference, right? So $10 per month or $100 per year. Usually the yearly one is cheaper if you kind of sum up all the monthly ones because you make people commit to a longer period of time. But it's kind of a large upfront sum, but usually it's like a 10, 20, 30% discount as opposed to paying it monthly. And then this is the same thing as before. Let's click on save and click on save again. So now we have 2 pages, monthly, yearly. Make the links pretty. I don't know, monthly subscription. I don't know if that link is taken, probably not. And then we do yearly subscription. Just to make it look slightly better, don't do caps, as I always say, because it's not going to work. System.io doesn't like caps in the links. Also, don't do space. That's also not going to work. Sometimes people wonder, like, what's wrong, and they don't see that they accidentally put in a space on autopilot. So if you have multiple words, just separate them with a hyphen, or don't separate them at all with anything. But a hyphen usually makes it look nice and clean. And now, as the last step, obviously besides making a test purchase, we need to take these links and put them on the sales page. So let's take this one. Let's drag my face away. Let's take the checkout monthly. Let's just click on the link icon. That's how it just copies it. Then we go to the sales page and we click on edit page and we click on the button. So this is the monthly link. So you just click on the monthly button, open URL. That is correct. Paste in the link. As I mentioned before, open in the same window, just so they don't start opening up a bunch of tabs and then it gets overwhelming and confusing. And as for the button itself, obviously you can edit all these things, colors and whatnot. I would edit the text, make it something more actionable, just to kind of re-emphasize what they're doing as opposed to click here. It's not too powerful from a marketing standpoint. And obviously, yeah, colors, icons, you can do all kinds of things. This is just kind of tweak it to whatever your branding is. Maybe the font size needs to be bigger, or the button needs to be wider, all kinds of things you can edit. But just the main thing is this is the link to the checkout page. So this is the monthly one. So let's go back. Let's click on save. Let's exit the page. And then let's click on the checkout yearly. Take the link, go to sales page, edit, and then click on the button under yearly, open URL. Again, that is correct. Paste the link in, save, and that is pretty much it. These are the two links, the checkout links. Just make sure that the pages are in this order. If you'll start doing something like this, for example, right, checkout page monthly, let's say somebody's going to do monthly checkout, the next page they're going to land on, the confirmation page, will be the yearly checkout page, so they're going to be confused. So make sure that this order of pages, you have to have separate thank you pages for them, even if it's the same page, but they need to be separate. This is the order. Another thing is you can build separate funnels for each, but if it's like just the monthly versus yearly stuff, just keep it in the same funnel. If it's something like you have a catalog page or like a link in bio type of thing, or you can go to my website, solomarketerfunnels.com. There's a resources section. You'll be able to see there's like a bunch of different templates, sales pages, all kinds of stuff, right? There's like a catalog. In that case, I'm linking to different funnels because it's more than just monthly versus yearly. If you're doing this, then just keep it simple. Just do it in this order and everything's going to work. Just make sure to do the test purchases. You can create like 100% discount coupon just so you don't have to spend any money. But that is it for this one. Go get the sales funnel template down below. There's usually a couple of different system.io templates completely for free, kind of help you get started with all the funnel building stuff. There's a lot of tech. They come with instructional videos just like this one, even more details, so you can go check those out. Also, yeah, the other option for the two radio buttons that you can do for on the checkout page, that video, the thumbnail is going to pop up in a few seconds. And yeah, if you have any questions about this or anything else system.io related, make sure to comment below. I love getting your questions. I love answering them as quickly as possible. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, then hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.